The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
War. War never changes. Since the dawn of mankind, when our ancestors first discovered the killing power of rock and bone, blood has been spilt in the name of everything. From God, to justice, to simple psychotic rage. The Imperium waged war to gather slaves and wealth. Serenia built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Archduke Gadolf shaped a battered Burmania into an economic superpower. But in war never changes. In the Golden Age, after millennia of armed conflict, the combative nature of man could sustain itself no longer. The world was plunged into an abyss of fire and darkness. But it was not, as some had predicted, the end of the world. Instead, the apocalypse was simply the prologue to another bloody chapter of history. For the Dark God had succeeded in destroying the world. But war never changes. In the Age of Heroes, war is still waged over the resources that can be acquired. Only this time, the spoils of war included its weapons, artifacts, and spells of a bygone era. For these resources, Burmania would invade Wintilda, Shugon would annex Belsura, and the Yestavan Commonwealth would dissolve into quarreling, bickering nation-states, bent on controlling the last remaining resources in Junland. As history dives inexorably towards its next conflagration, heroes emerge intent on stemming the tide of evil. And war never changes. Don't you just want to kiss these lips?
You were leaving town.
We're about to, yes.
Yes. And naturally, your poor, suffering parents come out to bid you farewell. It is very emotional.
Sure.
I don't remember her name, but she comes up to you and she's like, "Please, for the love of God, be good."
I always am.
Okay, but every time we see you lately, it's just because you have to leave town because you've killed someone.
That only happened twice.
And your dad go up to Saphira and be like, "Now, you've got to look after him. He'll kill everyone." It's like every time he leaves, it's because he kills people. Here, have a gold, and make sure he eats well.
I don't need. You keep that. That's yours.
Doesn't know how to respond. Alright, now remember, this entire country hates your guts, and they're the wrong ones.
I know.
And sometimes you're going to have to, run really fast. And we know you can. You still have the knife?
You brought it up last time.
I
Anyway.
was going to say they brought up the dagger.
Yeah, dagger.
Yeah.
And he told you it was stolen.
Do you know what you'll do with your life now? We didn't really catch up. I presume you've been living it up, judging from everything.
Well, not really. Most of the time we just camp in woods and eat whatever's available.
Sounds like a good proper life. Well, you'll be a lot safer now you're heading out of the country.
Oh, we're going to Merlin.
Well, that's better than here, at least.
You guys stay safe too. I'll come back when I can.
I found a curious hole in the basement, your mother says.
Cave that in.
Really?
There were rat problems.
Oh, yes, well, we better get right on that then. And I was like, okay, well then I'm just as fit and capable and strong as I was before we got burnt out of our house and home.
But you helped them find the place and everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't literally that place, was it?
No, of course not.
I was going to say.
It's not for sale.
Well, I didn't know because she might have been, he said rat problems, I need to move somewhere else.
I just hired some people to take care of the rats, but it's contaminated forever and filthy, so we're leaving.
Yeah.
Well, we came out dripping in that stuff.
I'd sell house rather than clean that up, honestly.
I would burn it to the ground.
It's your answer to everything.
No, it's not. It's very rarely my answer to
In
anything.
the last session, you were talking about burning the whole of your hometown to the ground.
Claim insurance.
And sewer ants.
And so, the brave party of heroes set forth from town name here.
Thermostat.
Thank you. So you set off into the crisp Burman air. A lone party of heroes, and Adrin and this guy who had a fake name that I don't remember what is.
Brendan.
It was
Brandon.
Brandon.
But there was also another fake name.
Both.
Yeah, you
Fun
came
style.
across one.
Again, it's all on here.
Bod's friend's time.
So they set off, leading a horse. One of them is riding a horse.
There's a cart driver.
Yep.
He's leading our horse, I think.
Did you lead by a bundle of roads? The horse just was on the side like that. Must be rough.
Bundle of roses.
When we're about a mile out of town, I'm going to come back to where it was. I don't know where Sulan is when she's scouting around.
Like, forward, back.
I
forward,
tell you,
back.
but I don't know anymore.
But at some point I'll come up to wherever Sulan is during one of her mini going back and forwards, and I'm going to be like, so Sulan, Adrian has continued to not follow my instructions when it comes to dealing with lords and counts and people of general importance.
I saw that last time. That it was. I don't know whether it was a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know how the lords and stuff act in this area. I don't think it would be very good.
If things, I mean, this is running on the edge of a knife. If things just tip the wrong way, they could just quite easily just straight up have his head off, right there and then.
Just his.
Oh, if things go really bad, then if he said something really bad, then we could all find ourselves with our heads off, or at least in irons. So if you do not mind, if he, from this day forth, if he ever opens his mouth to speak to anybody directly but me in such similar circumstances, you are to basically
Stab him?
no, give him a nice backhand across the face.
Are you
So if
sure?
the first words out of his mouth aren't Saphiro, as if he's addressing me,
Okay, I think I can manage that.
good, thank you.
Anything else?
I'm not whispering this, so if you want to overhear it, it's right there.
And so Saphiro rode back up to wherever the fuck he thought he needed to be in the group. Again, I'd tell you, but I don't have anything. Still won't go.
Yeah, so I don't know what the travel time is to
8 days.
get there.
Remember that bit, because I had to get out the map and plot it out. And so at the end of their first day of travel, they come across an old abandoned campsite, clearly used by many merchants on the road between
Thermostat?
and Merlin.
Shall we camp here?
If you wish, it looks rather used. How long ago was it?
Like, it's frequently used,
Yep.
so how long do you think?
Today.
There we go.
It is fresh.
If the people are still watching us, meaning the witches,
Have you
they would
sensed,
expect us to stop here.
have you sensed any witches following us along the way?
How
Imagining this bush following you down the road, just stopping every time you look
Big
around.
exclamation mark.
Yeah.
how would I sense them? I haven't seen any.
I don't know if you'd heard any strange sounds or...
Wouldn't it behoove us to act like regular citizens in this case anyway, though, instead of skulking around?
Who's skulking
How
around?
do regular citizens of Romania act on the road?
You don't run into bushes and hide under shrubs hoping to avoid witches.
But we're not.
That's what he suggested.
They didn't suggest anything. Just that they would expect us to stop here.
Well, so we either do or we don't. I mean, the sun is sinking slowly into the west, and if we don't stop here, then we'll have to stop soonish. Or are we planning on riding all night?
Well, how tired is everybody? I mean, it's fairly warm in this region, even at night, so... this time of year.
Better to make camp and then we break camp early.
Sounds good.
Right, I'll scout the camp out. I won't do what I normally do. Do a circle around the camp to see how fresh tracks are, if there's any animal tracks, just, general search.
And
Around.
I'll help. Once you get it, what's everyone else doing for the camp setup portion?
Basically just setting up camp as best I can. I'm no expert at making a fire, but I can lay down bedrolls and set up tents and anything like that.
Well, normally it was used would set up your tents.
And the cooking stuff.
I'll start dressing down the horses on the day's travel before doing anything else.
Okay. Leaving the cart driver to go, sweet, someone else is doing the job.
Leaf followed us as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I was actually going to mention that in a little bit.
Cool. Okay.
Like how we still call him cart driver, even though we got the cart after we got him, and we lost the cart when he's still here.
It's just what we know him as.
He hasn't given us a name.
So anyways, you guys, the two ladies leave the camp and start like searching around the place. Always like, Sulan, have you noticed that Sephiro's more lascivious attentions have grown more insistent of late?
I'm sorry, this is a second language to me. I don't under... Two big words?
Big man pervert, look at women, lots, say things like want sleep with woman, many time.
Oh, no, I understand that he's always been like that.
But more so lately?
Maybe.
Well, to be fair, I didn't pick up anybody in
Well,
the...
I was just wondering if you could do me a favour, as like maybe next time if he starts doing that in there, like in public or something, maybe if you could just like give him a backhand across the face or something to stop him.
What is this with backhanding? Is this a form of insult or?
Well, I suppose it might be actually. That probably is not. But since you're very close, it wouldn't be.
For your honour, Roy, yes, I'll do it.
Thank you. Bugger. I forgot my cords. I'll be right back. She'll head like back the way you came into camp. Roy will come back into camp, go over to her pack and pull out some things. She'll go over to Saphiro and she'll be like, have you noticed how Sulan's been looking at you lately?
Pardon?
Have you not noticed? Maybe it's a woman thing. Forget I said anything about the longing gazes she's been giving me.
Wait.
What?
What are you talking about?
Well, since you forced me to tell you, she's been looking at you rather intently lately. I don't suppose she's been, like, striking you out of nowhere for no good reason, or showing any other Amazonian signs of interest?
No, I mean, perhaps she's still under the residual effects of
Oh
when
no,
the
that wore off long ago.
True, and she does always seem to leave whenever I try and play it lately.
So
That's me.
I thought someone was playing Simon Says.
yeah. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure that I'm not Sulan's type.
well, you never know. Well, I suppose you know. I mean, if she suddenly strikes you out of nowhere, particularly across the face, the Amazons like doing that to men they're interested in. It proves they're tough if they can stand up to it.
Oh dear, I hope I haven't suddenly. Did you overhear when I
Over here,
shortly about a mile out of town when we left? I told Sulan to do that to Adrian should he speak up in the presence of.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh dear. That. Well, I suppose if he doesn't know, then it won't mean anything to him. But she didn't act weird when you asked her to do it, did she?
No, she thought it was. She thought it was a little strange, but she just said, "Sure."
What doesn't she think is strange?
True.
Well, anyway, I just thought I'd ask. Anyway, I'd better get back to it.
I both hate and love watching her walk away. Anyway.
Got them.
We'll continue.
So, how can you tell a fresh print from an old one then?
It's the, well, if it's rained this morning, you can tell by the trees how deep it is and how much it's been left behind. So if it's washed away from the rains today or no rains, but then again, how long it's been there for.
So you can tell how long it's been there by how long it's been there.
I can't explain it. I just know.
Lead on. Half an hour later, they come back to camp.
Any luck?
Well,
Nope.
we didn't find anyone.
Signs of beasts, I mean.
Nothing fresh anyway.
That's a shame. We might have been able to hunt for some food if that was the case.
It's unlikely for the short time that we'll be here that we'll find anything.
I would
I
have
will-
thought the village hunters would have cleaned the area out around town anyway.
I will
We're
set up
still only a
snares.
day out.
So I'll set up a tent first, and then I'll go up and set the perimeter around the camp again. Once I set it up, don't leave.
Small problem.
Roya bursts out of her freshly set up tent, brandishing a sword in one hand and a pistol bow in the other. What's the problem?
I can't cast spells.
And the problem's what?
We were using them to set up camps as well.
That was later on.
You cantrip to just...
No, like I had alarm.
Oh,
Yeah.
the alarm, yeah.
We only think we used that once, and every other time I set up with bells.
You
And
got the bells, yeah.
yeah.
But you didn't do that this time. Because he's got the spell. So, is this a recent problem?
Yeah.
So, how did you
Well, surely you just mean...
lose? How? What? You just need... What, you need to study or something?
No, surely he just
So
means
what was
that
it, the rat? The
he
big
means
rat?
he's not supposed to use them here. That's what he means.
Oh, of course.
We're trying to stop him using
No,
his...
And by spells, of course, you mean, like, that's the way we
Tricks.
referred to those conjuring tricks that were perfectly legal.
Yes, he's not a mage. I say leaning towards...
I just chuckle.
Well, okay.
Like-
So, we'll just keep extra attention watch on them. Speaking of which, what's the rotation?
Well, who sees best at night? You see very good at night, don't you, Zula?
Somewhat.
I'm a stranger to a night watch.
I'll join him. That way we can go last and...
I'm not too tired, so I don't mind taking first watch.
Well, I'll set up the string just in case. So I'll set the string and bells up.
I am surmising that you would object to me playing my flute.
Yes, unless it was your normal flute.
What normal flute?
I've
I know.
exchanged it. I'm talking about the elven flute. I'm not playing the other flute.
Is your musical prowess really so terrible?
No.
Apparently, it's the opposite of that. You do realise that it's only if I play like a love song or something that it's a problem.
Yes, but that's all you seem to play.
Especially
No, I play
lately.
I play other songs. I can just play a
Maybe
jaunty
you
little
should
tune.
maybe you should play an aggressive song of stirring battle and adventure.
I'm sure that would
Ah,
help
yes.
us sleep.
I'll
that's
join
quite
you,
hard.
she says, bringing out her harp.
I mean, that's quite hard on a flute, but I'll give it a go. I do know some.
I'm a bit more concerned about the influence it may have on others if they're within hearing distance, because it is a form of the bad thing.
The bad thing.
What?
Bad.
Vampires?
Hmm.
Liches?
Magic. It is a form.
Is it though?
It's elven. It's not necessarily.
I don't know how the witches know or do or see or feel. We don't know how they work. None of us do. What if they...
You were probably right. It's better to err on the side of caution whilst we are under the gaze of witches.
Which is why I'll be wearing my cloak more often lately.
You mean your ordinary cloak?
I only have an ordinary cloak.
Yes. Were we going to start a fire at any point here?
I thought they were already started the fire.
Didn't hear anyone say start fire?
I'm no good at starting fire. I mean, I've
I've
done
got
it when I've been solo way back, but
Make fire.
So Radomir brings out his magic wand and makes fire.
Flint and tinder.
Oh,
Is that what it's
Bit
called?
of fire.
Magic.
Would you like to practice still? Swords.
Oh, perhaps I know Adrian is wanting to practice his swords. I did some with him the other night when you were sleeping because you were too tired, and Roya was annoyed that she didn't get to come on
Wouldn't that be-
adventures, so didn't practice with him.
learn
So-
that lesson.
Wouldn't that be dangerous?
Dangerous. He didn't even get past my shield.
Oh, so he attacked you.
Yes.
I wouldn't expect him to get past your shield.
No.
That's not really practicing sword, though.
I mean, if you need
That's
a shield.
why you would be better. I cannot use sword.
No, I'd be too concerned that I would
Sword.
injure him.
I
You
don't
have
think
excellent
would.
control. I imagine you'd be fine. I mean, Roya's practiced with him numerous times now.
Yeah, and he's different every time. Weird, huh?
Can I see?
Can you see?
Can I see you
You want
practice?
to watch them?
Yes.
If we must.
I wouldn't mind a
I'll
spar with
get
someone.
my sword. Puts Harp down.
X.
I haven't
So who's
practiced
going to
yet.
cook while we practice? The night's not made of hours. Well, it is, but not many of them.
Like,
The problem is I'm not sure about our new friend here, but I believe Hadron is the only one who's even remotely adept at cooking. And possibly yourself, my lady, but you are the two who are going to be sparring, so...
No, I only catch the fish. And not even that, really.
Maybe we should have food first. Then.
Cool. What are you cooking?
Supplies.
Yeah, it's not even really cooking, is it? We just got like
It's
basic,
cheese and bread.
like dry foods and stuff from before we left.
Mm-hmm. You did, huh? Okay.
I know, at the very least I did.
we
Yeah,
did.
so
We
you
did
cook
say we got
some-
supplies.
You
We did say
basically
we get
cook a
supplies.
stew. Cool.
Stew's good.
The stew is cooked, the stew is consumed. Then the sparrings happen.
And I'll spar with
You just roll an attack, right?
Brendan.
Brandon.
Not- whatever. Whatever his name is.
Well, I crit.
Yeah, I didn't do very well. I did like pretty medium.
Ray dice.
Yeah, you got a chance of beating me.
It's not compared the attack rolls, it's compared against each other's ACs.
I have 12.
I just have the 9.
No.
The 9.
Well, you ain't
Yeah,
getting his
you
AC.
haven't hit me.
2 on style analysis with this one.
Cool.
This outcome was foreseen.
And a 4 on style analysis on this one.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Pray tell, what made you choose the axe as your choice of weapon over a sword or some other thing? Are you a woodsman in the past, or...?
It's my homeland.
Your homeland's an axe?
The axe is very common.
It's a weird place to live.
Ancestral.
Oh,
Oh,
you
I'm
live
way
near-
out of my prime.
Because you live near the beds from the east? I mean, not east of where we are now, but...
South of here. But, it's the, this axe for me specifically. We, at least for my family, we must craft our own heirloom axes, or at least the older people in the further down generations did. I inherited this one. Yeah. Every night in my homeland. Shit. Has an ancestral axe, an heirloom from the family.
So you are a knight?
Aye. I am a knight.
Where is your homeland?
I know things about you guys. I suppose it is fair I share some with myself.
Yes, Brandon. Oh.
My real name is Sir Grigory Radomir.
Not the Sir Grigory Radomir I've never heard of.
The very one.
My God.
Just south of here, there's a place
I am honoured.
I haven't had a salute in so long. But my homeland, Old Stroombloot, south of here, Burmany would say is theirs, but
Because it is. Their invading army of conquest says otherwise.
yeah, that was totally legit.
If it makes you feel any better, their own homeland is no longer theirs.
It does. But
I like it when people suffer.
you are being followed by the witches, as I am also being followed.
By the witches?
Well, now, yes. But also, my homeland is ruled by a vampire.
Oh,
Pray
That's a
tell,
little unlikely in Burmany, isn't it?
pray tell what is his name?
Baron Singer.
I've heard of that guy. He's supposed to be a masterful tactician and
Certainly.
young for his age.
he's also not ruling there anymore, right?
Well,
What do you mean?
Oh yeah.
well, Sulan, Adrian and I kind of have a, how shall we say, an ally in his enemy.
Yes, that's probably the politest way of saying it.
Who do you mean?
Have you heard of a man named Count Hector?
He who was in charge of our ancient enemy before Singer.
Man, what? So he's like an old man. When was Stromberg taken over again? Surely a descendant then.
No.
No.
Another
Another
Vampire.
dark blood.
let's just say he was incarcerated for quite a few decades.
7.
And up until about a year ago now. And I assume he returned back to his homeland.
So he is free.
Yes.
Well, as it turned out, no one thought to question when the crime happened, and because it happened in the middle of the day, that couldn't have possibly been him.
Well, that might change things, but for the meantime, I'm being chased by Singers.
Oh, there are also
Of course, if he...
Black Bloods.
And other night beasts.
Wait, what? Look at Romania, it's not very likely. I mean, I know you say that about your enemies, but...
Didn't they come help us beyond the wall?
Yeah, there we go, good guys, one and all.
Are you
Happy
talking about
band
the
of
ones from
brothers marching
Zeiss?
out there
Or?
in the snow.
No, like,
The band
like
of
Baron
brothers
Singer showed
fought.
up, like got sent
Yeah.
to help us beyond the wall. No, like Baron Singer showed up beyond the wall. Remember?
Yes.
Guess you didn't really want to talk to us.
Yeah, I wonder why.
He keeps a tight control on my homeland.
I don't think he has such a tight control now.
Maybe, but it is by far the worst kept secret. My homeland is now plagued by night beasts from the south. The armies of the barons, the old royal line, dwindle as they are sent into Burmany for their wars. And I am outcast for wanting to stand up. Chased from my homeland. My friends, my brothers, dead or missing. I haven't been home for years.
So you are no longer a knight in their eyes.
In their eyes.
Interesting. So you wander up here in the north, well, north of your home.
Leaping from town to town, each time hoping the next leap will be the one home.
You sound like you're writing a song.
Why not?
She probably is. She does that.
Yeah, I have tried to march home twice. Try something to reclaim my old honor. Save my charge. Each time we never even made it back before we were smashed to pieces or ambushed.
Did you have holy water?
Holy water's expensive. Dude.
Holy water is not as easy to prepare or procure as one would think.
So, exiled from your homeland, you have effectively been going, traveling around Burmania, helping those in need. That certainly sounds a lot more noble than I had sex with someone's daughter I shouldn't have, so got chased out of town. Not that I know anyone who's backstories like that.
Who could have done that?
Oh, that's interesting.
Narrow eyes and royest rich. To be fair, that's only why. I mean, I didn't leave Serenia because of that. I left Serenia because it was my calling to leave.
One way of putting it, I suppose.
I learned to become a cleric for years in Serenia before leaving.
Years, was it?
Yes,
Very many, like 2.
that's years. It's more than one.
Oh, I've missed this fireside banter. See, now you know a little bit more about me.
A little, yes.
Surely you can't think it's, that easy to overcome such odds. I mean, you are but one man.
I was young, brash. I don't think I'll ever go home now.
You've given up on all hope, or?
There are no more men to raise. No more strength in the old blood. No more band of brothers to stand and fight.
As he carries on, Roya begins plucking mournfully at the harp. It is March of Death, or as you know it in your lands, it's Tuesday already.